Okay, what is up, tycoons? What's up, traders? Coming at y'all with a viewer request on LAZR. Okay, ticker symbol LAZR. This is Luminar Technologies. And before we dive into the chart and really break down the chart, I want to cover something very important that I just covered in one of my most recent videos as well. And this is looking at the option chain, looking at the calls, looking at the puts, to see where the highest open interest is and the potential for gamma squeezes, right? Now, there's been lots of squeezes going on in the market, both short squeezes and gamma squeezes. If you're not familiar, a gamma squeeze is caused by the option chain, okay? And if you take a look here at next week's expiration, okay, so this is February 3rd's expiration. Look at the open interest on the $7 strike price. Currently, it's at $6.78. If this thing closes above $7 next week and starts closing above $7 next week, keep in mind, each one of these contracts is for 100 shares. So what happens then if this comes in the money, okay, and we start trading above $7, or we even go to $7.50, now market makers are going to have to purchase 100 shares for each one of those option contracts. The reason being is because they need to provide the liquidity, okay? If let's say these 100,000 people choose to exercise those options, again, that's going to be 100,000 times 100. That's going to be the total amount of shares that people are on the line to purchase if it closes above $7 by February 3rd. So the closer we get to February 3rd, and the closer we are to 7 or trading above 7, that has the potential to cause a gamma squeeze and essentially cause, about 1 million shares to be purchased, strictly for the sake of fulfilling the option contracts here on the $7 strike price. So, definitely pay lots of attention to LAZR. It could be the next one to do something very similar to Lucid, right? Or Beyond Meat. Both of those had some squeezes this past Friday due to the option chain and due to the high open interest. And I mean, just look at this, right? If you go out to February 17th, the open interest is like 4,000 at the most on the call options. Now there is heavy put option call open interest, right? We have 20,000, 16,000 in February, and we have 20,000 here at the 5.5 strike. So, if this does come down back to 5.5, that could be a result of, the high open interest and people trying to drive the price back down to the strike price or get it closer to that strike price. But in all actuality, we are very, very close to getting a potential gamma squeeze on LAZR. Now, we're going to go ahead and break down the chart real quick. Something that I want to highlight is going to be our major fib retracement levels. Okay, so that's going to be all of these levels right here that you see. The reason you use these is because nothing moves in a straight line up or in a straight line down. What you do is you get a move down, a retracement, and at this time we hit our 61.8% retracement level. Okay, and then you continue that trend. You can spot a reversal when you break through those retracement levels, right? So if we break through and get a reversal, that's what it would look like. But trend continuation is going to look like this, where you retrace up to the major retracement levels and then continue that trend, right? And so all you're doing is taking the swing high, connecting it to the swing low. We have a downtrend, we have a retracement, and a continuation of that trend, right? And so now we've established we have a new high, right? So we come down, we retrace up, this time to the 78.6% retracement level, and then we continue that trend downwards. We have not broken through our major retracement levels and gotten a reversal yet on LAZR. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, with that being said, we're taking our new swing high, right? Because we had our swing high up here, we moved down, retraced, now new swing high to new low, retrace. We have a new swing high right here. We've had a large move to the downside. We're retracing and we've broken through our 50% retracement level at the moment. We still have the 61.8 and 78.6 retracement levels up above. Those are going to be big, big resistance levels. So specifically 723 and 814. If we're able to start closing above here on the daily and, push higher than these levels, then that's when we have the possibility of getting a reversal and making a new high from our previous high of 926. So we have to break through those two major resistance levels. Keep in mind about what I said about that $7 strike price. If we're able to start trading up here before February 3rd and holding and maintaining above 7.3, there's a good chance we could see a type of gamma squeeze. Now, remember, none of this video is financial advice. I'm not telling you guys to go out here and buy it and that, this thing is about to squeeze and you're going to make millions off of it. We're really just breaking down data, okay? The chart is nothing more than simple data. I'm giving you guys, the bearish scenario and bullish scenario, right? Okay. And what needs to happen for the bullish scenario? We need to break past these resistance levels, and we need to make a new high above 926. Otherwise, we're just continuing this trend of retracing up to our major retracement levels and then pushing back down lower. So, we've had an impressive rally, very impressive rally that could happen. And that could continue, right? We could keep going up higher. Now, pay attention to this trend line. We've rejected it up here, and we're approaching this trend line again. It's going to be right in between our 723 and 814 resistance levels. Okay, so not only do we have those two key levels of resistance, we also have a trend line here. So a lot needs to happen for us to break out. We are getting a little bit of a bull flag, you could say. I'll turn this to white real quick so it's a little more clear, but we have our move up. We've got our flag right here. We're consolidating, right? We're getting a little bit of bull flag consolidation. We just made a new high. We could be trying to break out of this bull flag and really push up to those levels. And again, possibly get that squeeze in the next week by February 3rd. So definitely keep a close eye on it. Now, what are some signs that you can use and some signals that you can use to spot potentially if this thing is ready to reverse and continue the downtrend as it's done multiple times? Well, a great tool is going to be the MACD, okay, right here, and the momentum indicator, right? I have videos on both of these that really go over how to use them. But let's just zoom back over here real quick and let's take a look. Okay, we're going to make these a little bit bigger for you guys so it's clearer, and that way you can really, understand the concept and grasp what we're looking at. Okay, so what you would be aware of and be on the lookout for would be a crossover. Okay, and specifically in this case, it would be a bearish crossover. So if you take a look right here, our blue line crosses below the momentum SMA, okay? And at this point, we also get a huge drop in the stock. That leads to this downtrend, and this is kind of like your confirmation that, hey, this downtrend is continuing and we're not consolidating, trying to break up above. That's on the momentum indicator. You also get the same signal here on your MACD. You see the line cross below on the MACD. That's a sell indicator, okay? And so both of those indicators occurred right around here, and then we got a big push to the downside afterwards. And same thing over here again, right? So over here we get momentum crossover, we get a MACD crossover, and then we get a big push to the downside. So that's what you want to be aware of, and be on the lookout for a possible reversal back down on this. Is going to be, you don't want to see this momentum line cross down below. Okay, if this crosses down below, it could be a sign that we're going to get a sell-off and continue this downtrend after we have the healthy retracement upwards. That could be the case if we do get this crossover. And we also have the MACD right here. If we see this MACD curl down below, okay, then that's going to be another indicator that potentially we're about to get a big move back to the downside, and that this was simply a healthy retracement for a continuation of the trend. So don't be fooled out here. Okay, know the important signals, know the important levels to watch. Pay attention to that option chain. Okay, you can really use it to your advantage. If we take a look at our RSI, our relative strength index, we're looking good. We're not overbought yet. Still has some room to go up there. Okay, and the DMI, the way I have this color coordinated is this basically shows you who's in control right now. So if you look, the green line crossed over right around here. We've had some bullish momentum since then. Buyers are still in control. The blue is neutral and red is going to be sellers. Sellers are at the bottom of this. Okay, so they've pretty much lost control. Buyers are in full control right now. We're going to see if those buyers can maintain that momentum, maintain control, and push us up past these levels. Or if we end up getting the crossovers here, we could see sellers start to creep back up and try to take control of this stock. Okay, so that's it for today's update. If you enjoyed this viewer request, don't forget I do those every single week. So all you got to do is comment down below, and I'll give you guys some nice TA and go over some bearish and bullish scenarios, so that way you're prepared for both.